So hey guys, welcome to this new video. Basically for this video we're talking about our 10 favorite films of the past 10 years. So we filmed this in 2013, which means that we're going to talk about years 2003 through 2012. And basically it's our number one favorite film for each of those years. And right here in front of me on this piece of paper, we have all of our favorite films within
Hello.
that past 10 years. And this is Seth, and this is Josh,
Hey,
and
guys.
they are the three people who are going to share their thoughts on these past 10 years of films. So
You got it.
let's get started. So for 2003, we have Bruce Almighty for me, and we have Lord of the Rings: Return of the King for Josh and Seth. And since Seth is on my left here, Seth, why don't you share why you thought Return of the King was the favorite film of
I thought
2003?
it finished awesome. The first one, which was the Fellowship of the Ring, the second was the Two Towers, but I thought the third one just it culminated the trilogy excellent. I really don't want to go into detail why, but I thought it was a great series, and the fans of the series would probably agree with me, or maybe just say, hey, the first one was the best one, because usually the original is always the best, but in some cases it's not.
So, Josh, I know you had Return of the King on your list too. Can you state why you thought that was your favorite film?
Yes, I can. I thought that it came full circle and the story was great to end it. So it was a great trilogy, all in all. So it's nice.
Yeah.
And one other thing too, I love the ending scene. Remember, between Gollum and Frodo Baggins.
Wait, I thought the ending scene though of that movie was basically Sam moving in into this new house with the family and like.
Well,
Frodo
no.
said,
I'm not talking about the last scene.
Here. Right here,
I'm talking about.
Right there.
It was basically the end of the movie, but not the last scene like you're talking about.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the
You're talking
battle
about
scene
the
between
last
Frodo
battle.
and
Okay,
Gollum.
because you just said the last scene,
that's what I'm
not
saying.
last battle.
Anyways, I'm sorry. The
Okay.
last battle between Frodo and Gollum, and I thought that was great.
And then my favorite film of 2003 was Bruce Almighty. I thought it was because for me, Jim Carrey's always had a career where they're very comedy heavy since he's a comedian. But I thought Bruce Almighty was also a great storyline. Like it had like a great sense of humor while balancing a good storyline. And I thought the message of it was inspirational.
And one thing I can
scene-
say about Bruce Almighty is I thought the humor was great, and it was nice and clean too. And you can easily I thought it was great because this was kind of a return for for Jim Carrey and his return to comedy, because he did it just right. That was the Jim Carrey I remember. Remember Dumb and Dumber?
Mhm.
That was the same level of humor, if not better. And Bruce Almighty.
And one thing about Bruce Almighty too is kind of like you were saying, like it's clean cut enough that it's clean, but it's also dirty enough for so people
for adults to get
who wanted more dirty humor have it in there.
Yeah.
And it's not so over the top that like the people who wanted the clean humor won't enjoy it either.
Mm-hmm.
Another favorite line I have in the movie is you see Morgan Freeman, who plays God in the movie. He says, people expect me to do everything, but what they don't realize is they really have the power to do anything.
Right?
And I thought that was a very powerful thing for him to say.
That was a great message.
And the movie plays out like, what if someone would mess up in the role of God, and it shows what that would be like.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
another scene too that was really effective. Is the scene where Bruce says, "Answer all" for all of the prayers, and he finds out when everybody's happy. Not everybody's happy.
I remember in the film, like he made all the requests, for the yeses and nos and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But and in the end, it's like, well, he just got so sick and tired of it, where he just like, okay, yes to all.
But
But the idea that
for
you
example,
can't do that.
more than one person probably prayed for the lottery, and in return, everybody won.
Everybody won.
But everybody
Yeah.
won a very small amount of money.
But the idea was that you can't grant every prayer, because sometimes some prayers aren't in the best of intentions.
Mhm.
Which is like you said, a good example is the lottery,
Mhm.
because everybody wants to win the lottery.
And then for 2004, you guys, both Josh and I had Spider-Man 2, and Seth, you can start again because you had Anchorman for your favorite film in 2004.
No, granted. All right. When I was looking at the list of 2004 in film on Wikipedia, I guess I probably would have went with Spider-Man 2, but I really wanted to go against the grain on this one, so I'm going to say Anchorman. I thought this was definitely one of my favorite, one of my few favorite films of Will Ferrell, besides the other guys and Talladega Nights. But I would say, Anchorman was legendary. The mustache, the cast, that was part of it. it was golden. It was great. It was funny. It was exactly what I wanted in a comedy film that year, and I got it.
Baseball and stuff to break.
And then for 2004, like I said, Josh and I had Spider-Man 2. So Josh, do you want to share why Spider-Man 2 is your favorite film of that year?
Just a lot of action-packed sequences throughout the film and really good storyline.
Yeah, and I thought Spider-Man 2. What was interesting about Spider-Man 2 for me was we got more Peter Parker than Spider-Man,
Yep.
and I think that kind of helped the film because in the first film they had to set things up. Then they had the whole thing with Green Goblin, which was fine. But with Spider-Man 2, we got more of Peter Parker. We got a more emotional side.
You know,
of him.
the other thing too is speaking of emotions, I thought the chemistry between Mary Jane Watson and Peter Parker was a lot better in this film. You can definitely see the chemistry in this film between those two compared to the first one, where they were just kind of getting a nice feel for each other. Just be comfortable with each other.
Hey, whoa, go pick up that banana peel right now.
So guys, we're gonna return for part 2 for this video.
Trash.